something in bed, which I think about quite often, and that's whether people who continue to eat meat and dairy, whether they actually deserve to continue living.
So, because I eat my chicken and drink my milkshake, maybe I don't deserve to live. But why?
Animals are still having their fur ripped off their back. Animals are still having anal electrocution.
God damn, that is fucked up. That is fucked up.
The slaughterhouses still exist. The fur farms still fucking exist. They are still there regardless of you turning a blind eye to them.
Yeah, that is true. People do some terrible things to animals that I don't like either. But why do I deserve to die? Because I eat meat? Because other people do some terrible things to other animals?
Am I being too extreme? And yes, it does include family members of mine who actually continue eating meat and dairy, and I love them very much. But
yeah, that is very extreme, man. People deserving to die because they eat meat. That is like Hitler way of thinking. Oh, you don't live the way I live, so you deserve to die.
But we are in this situation where drastic change needs to happen and people aren't taking it fucking serious enough. And if their position on the planet was threatened because of their dietary choices, they would change to vegan in a heartbeat.
Let's do some scientific experiment about that now and see. You just threatened my position on this planet by saying that maybe I don't deserve to live because I eat meat. Now my position is threatened because of my dietary choices. I am still not a vegan.
That's the truth of the matter, because it's so fucking easy to be vegan as well. And people kind of just treat it like, you know, it's just like a casual thing, like anyone can, you know, you can make your choice, I'll make mine, just mind your own business.
Yes, yes, and fuck yeah!
I'm sure you've had that sort of like comment as a vegan, oh, I'm really like happy for you that you choose vegan, good on you, that's fantastic, but no, I can never do it. It's like,
again, fuck yeah! That is something I actually believe in, and that is something I would actually say. I like some vegetarians, and I like some vegans, and I even admire some of them. But I don't want to be a vegan or a vegetarian. You know why? Because it's my choice.
You shouldn't have the choice. You should be forced to be vegan. You should absolutely be forced to be vegan.
Oh no! Come at me, bro! Come and try to take my chicken away from me. Come and try to force me to stop eating chicken and see. I will dismantle you.
So there's people who have educated themselves but are like, nah, I don't feel like doing it right now. I don't feel like doing it. You know, I've heard, I knew a vegan once and they were like, they were, you know, a little bit weak and they couldn't do this and that and, you know, like, just some, you know, I knew a vegan once who had a child and the child had deficiencies or some shit, you know, like just looking for excuses.
That is not an excuse, that is true. Some people are weak when they are vegan and some people have deficiencies when they are vegan. That is a fact.
No, you should not have that option. You just gotta step the fuck up or you really don't deserve to live on this planet.
Guess what? I have the option and I am living on this planet. So come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. I'm Jay Snow. You're listening to my show at rockmetaltalk.com. That is fucking funny. Yeah, before that next video plays. But, yeah, she's anorexic, basically, and a vegan, and she's going to try... You shouldn't have a choice, but you should have a choice. You shouldn't live on the planet. You should be dead. It's just funny. It's your typical vegan type person. Not all of them are like that, but, you know, it just struck me funny with, like, the Nigerian guy or whatever he was doing his commentary in between. So you really have to see the video on that one. But I love it. And what you heard opening the show this week is He Is Legend, the song Sam, off their new CD for you. Oh, man, I don't know. I'm still not doing that well as far as this fucking shit. I'm starting to get it all hacked out, but I got other fucking things causing stress. But we'll get to that a little later in the show. I'm going to play a few songs, and then we're going to get to the Prickly Rickly segment. I'm not sure if I'm doing the show next Sunday or not. The following week, I'm doing a live remote broadcast, so either Prickly Rickley will fill in for me or we'll just run his segment on the Sundays. But I'm doing about a 4-hour show live from the Clearwater Record Shop Record Show on September 9th in Clearwater off Hercules Avenue. So you guys can come down and check that out. Let me get this dumb bitch off my screen here. I run multiple screens, so one's the computer, which is annoying as fuck because now Flash doesn't work properly on Chrome, and it doesn't work on this other Chromium bullshit that fucking Bing put on the computer automatically. So good thing you got 11 different browsers to choose from, so we're able to get the show up and running. But every week it's like, which browser is the motherfucker going to work on? But I thank you guys for tuning in. The numbers have been good. I'm not too sure what's going on with some of my affiliates. Like I have Rick Rule from Every Mother's Nightmare, and there's only one download. So there should be several downloads for that besides mine because I archived the show on my own as well as archiving it on Spreaker as well. So if you missed any episodes, you can go to Spreaker. You click on the link off of rockmetaltalk.com. You can listen to any of my episodes, The Plot Hole, which is syndicated on gceradio.com as well. So we're a big family, and I wanted that Every Mother's Nightmare interview to coincide with the reviews that I've been sending over to Chrissy at GC Radio, and but they haven't played it, so it and she's still working on the review, but I'm not sure why that's not getting played. Hopefully my shows are getting aired on there. I'm not 100% sure of what the deal is, but it doesn't, unless I'm not getting the stats. So it could be that as well. But I know, there's been issues with some of the website and some of the format of it. So I'm just, a little concerned because usually I have about 3 or 4 downloads from the affiliates, and I'm not seeing those stats. It could be Spreaker, though, so who the fuck knows. But I would like you off my screen, anorexic bitch from Australia, wherever the fuck you're from. I binge watched Disjointed. It's about a marijuana dispensary. It's pretty funny. I think it's by the guy who did Big Bang Theory and 2.5 Men in those shows. It's pretty funny. It's not something you're ever going to see on TV unless they edit the cursing out. But there's these two who are a couple. They're called Dank and Dabby or something. I think that's what it is. But there's like 8 episodes. It's funny as fuck. I always hate to say, every time I do a show, almost every time I do a show, we have to talk about people who in the music business or even, in film or whatever. The famous director just died who did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Speaking of Texas, I hope all my friends are all right there. It seems like most of you are. I have a lot of fans in Texas, so I hope everybody's okay. If anybody needs anything, you know where to find me. Richard Pierce from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, who was friends with Marilyn Manson, the guys from Dead Star Assembly, Seven Factor. He was a force on the music scene in South Florida. Apparently, I don't know all the details right now, but his son was actually in one of the Marilyn Manson videos and on the single and on the track and the covers, so there's definitely a relationship there with Marilyn Manson. He even posted about it on Twitter, but apparently he was driving for Uber and someone shot him a couple of times. I don't, they don't know what the motive is, or at least I didn't find out anything yet on it, but rest in peace, bro. You're going to definitely be missed in the music industry down in South Florida. So it always sucks when someone who's dedicated their whole life to being a musician and helping other musicians more than he helped an independent guy who sells 600,000 records. That's pretty good. My band did pretty good, or was it 60,000? I don't know. But my band did pretty good doing independent because we toured a lot. We did a lot of fucking shows, so people bought our stuff because I was a lunatic. But it just sucks that someone who makes the music industry thrive especially down in Florida with rock and roll. He's a big Southern rock musician. You know, this is a very heavy metal fucking state. So, but it sucks regardless of what genre of music that you play, that you have to die in that way and be shot down by someone for most likely no reason at all. I'm not really sure, but we'll find out, and, you know, I'll update everybody on that. Jane Train, who was involved in the crash with Adrenaline Mob, they got a flat tire coming down to Florida on I-75, and a tractor-trailer veered off the road and slammed into him, which killed David Z, the bass player, who was also in Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Jane Train was their manager. She was in M80, an 80s cover band. And another person who dedicated their whole life to the music industry. She has passed away from the injury. She was severely burned and stuff like that. So it's just rough when, you know, you lose these people. I mean, I could drop dead tomorrow. You know, I don't do as much as these people done. I have done a lot of stuff in the music industry, but, you know, these people live their whole lives day in, day out, touring and helping other bands and promoting and selling merchandise and booking things and, you know, keeping these guys in order and getting them from show to show. That's what they do. But, you know, sometimes, you know, that's what happens. But it's always a dangerous thing being out on the road and touring, and my fucking pen just died. I've been waiting to get rid of one of these pens. I got them all over the fucking place. But that's what, you know, what happens. You know, the road is a dangerous thing. It's not the first group of musicians we lost to an accident on the road. You know, there's been many of them, and it's just sad. The more touring that people have to do because they don't sell as many albums.